At Concordia, we focus on the individual academic success of each student, giving special consideration to their own developmental journey.
Everything people dream about academics and learning is happening at Concordia within our context of critical learning and pushing kids to be the best they can be and to make connections across curriculum that they've never been asked to before.
I think the word rigor is always applied to academics at Concordia, and what rigor for me translates to is challenge.
Concordia has been able to attract a vast array of people who have that desire to be a professional, high-quality educator.
We have excellent teachers, some of the finest I've worked with, and it feels like an all-star team here. I like working with the people who work here because they are dedicated to their job, and that this job is a vocation, not just what they do.
Academics for me is giving the students a strong foundation from which they can launch themselves.
When I think of academics, I think of the whole child. I think of the idea that all of the coursework that the child is taking all day long, that they all relate to one another.
For me, academics is about teaching to life. In the end, that's what it's all about, and to live fulfilling, enriched lives.
We're teaching them to think critically, to synthesize everything, and to evaluate themselves and the world around them.
It's not enough just to teach them content. Academics is also about teaching them the skills that they're going to need to be successful in this world.
Science is based on not only in-class learning, but skills-based learning and scientific inquiry. And our students are particularly inquisitive, and they're actually able to take what they're learning in the lab right now and apply it to water projects and you name it.
There's an authentic learning that happens at Concordia that as a teacher, as an administrator, as a parent of these kids that I work with, I see growth because we're stretching them.
Academics here is growing the whole child. It's helping them develop and be a well-rounded individual just so they could fit in and do what they need to do at any point in their lives or at any part of the world.
So my job is the instructional coach of the elementary school. My job is about improving student learning. Well, teachers will come and usually it's we have a conversation where they're self-reflective about what aspect of their teaching they really feel like they need to improve upon. And then we come up with a plan for how we're going to work on that together, giving fresh ideas to a unit, giving new instructional strategies to target more students, to add fresh eyes to looking at student work and how we take what we know students know and move them to the next level. And research is clear that the #1 way to improve student learning across a year is by improving teaching practice. And when teaching practice improves, every child learns better.
We focus on the individual academic success of each student, giving special consideration to their own developmental journey. At Concordia, our students discover their unique balance of global citizen, servant leader, spirited athlete, confident artist, and passionate scholar.
I think academics at Concordia means teachers expect more from students.
The teachers are pushing us for excellence, and we are consequently achieving excellence in our academics.
At times it can be hard knowing that my teachers expect so much from me, but I also think that it kind of comforts me knowing that someone believes that I can do my best.
The opportunity for students to find success and drive their passion for learning in the classroom is boundless. After school, to be able to broaden their horizons and to try different things about things maybe that they've learned in the classroom that they want to explore further, being an activity, being artistic activity, an athletic activity, being cultural. Co-curricular activities at Concordia dovetail back into the curriculum. They're not external, they're not separate, they're not add-ons. They feed what's happening in the classroom, and the classroom feeds those activities because it becomes authentic, real-life learning.
At 3:20, when class ends, the co-curricular activities are just beginning here at Concordia. A lot of those are athletic activities, but some of them are fine arts as well.
There's lots of other things to do at Concordia besides sports, simply. I'm only in one sport. I was one of the captains of the varsity boys tennis team. But there's other things like United Herald. I was part of the latest broadcast. And there's things like MUN you can do. There are multiple committees, like service committee and fundraising committee. Those are things that I take part in. And I'm also in charge of the Jinshan migrant school trips. It's something that Spanish Honor Society advocates.
When a new student arrives at Concordia, each student can explore their own talents. And I think their opportunity, whether it's in the arts or through the athletics or in the straight academics, each student's going to leave Concordia have had a full and rich experience that they wouldn't have otherwise had.
And the best compliment I've gotten is from new students who have just transferred in the middle of the year. I say, oh, how's the workload? Are you handling things? Are you transitioning well? And they say, oh, the workload's fine, I can fit, but I've never had to think like this before.